Who would have thought that the initial number would multiply itself by 20 within just a span of 30 days? They will only stay 2 meters away from each other when there's a sticker on the floor that tells them where they're supposed to stand. It's people's unwillingness to understand and accept that, there's actually cultural differences between this human A and human B. I'm going to talk about the different financial relief programs that the government offered. So before we head to the supermarket, I do want to have a little chat with you guys about the current situation in Canada regarding COVID-19. Just because I think we are going to encounter one of the more common things that seems to be happening in Canada right now, which is a lineup outside the grocery store when we go. So I kind of want to update you guys on what's happening right now. I made a video regarding to the COVID-19 situation a month ago, and I talked about how my in-person classes were canceled due to the virus, and back then there was only 550 confirmed cases throughout Canada. Now, fast forward to a month later, we're currently looking at 26,000 confirmed cases. 26,000 confirmed cases. This is insane. Who would have thought that the initial number would multiply itself by 20 within just a span of 30 days? I am honestly speechless, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh, there is something you can do about it. You can wear a mask when you go out, which I'll explain in a bit. And you can stay home, which is what everyone is doing right now. So keep it up, guys. Keep it up. What's happening outside right now? So all non-essential businesses are currently closed. So only pharmacies, liquor stores, supermarkets, restaurants, and gas stations are opened. In any type of stores where you have to encounter with another human being, you have to stay 2 meters away from them, and that is the government's implementation. I know that there is a huge cultural difference in the mask wearing culture. I know that in the East, you wear it to prevent yourself from getting the virus, and you also wear it to prevent other people from getting the virus from you, right? But in the West, you only wear a mask when you know you're sick and you're trying to stop transmission. The 2 meter implementation is a lot better. It's 100 times better than wearing a mask because you're not wasting resources, and by staying 2 meters away from someone else, you can ensure that you're not going to get the virus for sure. Even if they haven't, they're not wearing a mask. But human beings are dumb. They will only stay 2 meters away from each other when there's a sticker on the floor that tells them where they're supposed to stand. If you were to go to a grocery store today, I can guarantee you, if you find yourself in an aisle with another person and on the shelf there's something that you want right beside that person, you're not going to stay 2 meters away from them and wait for them to walk away before you go and get that item. You're going to go and get the item and dip, because that's what anybody would do. If you can stay 2 meters away from them and wait for them, I am proud of you. But I know for a fact, and I have witnessed this millions of times, that people don't do that. So it's not that hard to wear a mask when you know you're going to a crowded place. You don't have to wear a mask everywhere you go. I think that we should all stop discriminating those who are just being considerate. And with the COVID-19, everyone knows that you can still transmit it to somebody else, even if you don't show symptoms yourself. So according to the Western point of view, wearing a mask when you're sick, that is irrelevant here because you don't even know when you're going to be sick. If you find yourself in a crowded place, just wear a mask. It's not that hard. So that's my view on mask wearing. I know that there has been a lot of discriminations against Asian people wearing masks in public, especially in downtown Toronto. And I just want to say, if a person decides to wear a mask in public, they are being considerate. They're trying to prevent themselves from getting the virus, but most important, they're trying to prevent you from getting the virus. So I don't understand why there's so many haters out there that just feels the need to prove a point when there's no points to be proven. Discrimination doesn't arise from hate. It arises from ignorance. It's people's unwillingness to understand and accept that, there's actually cultural differences between this human A and human B. These people are so close-minded and self-centered that their world is only consists of their culture and their norms, and that is all it matters, because that is not all it matters. I have no words for those people. Like, honestly, mind your own damn business, man. So now I'm going to talk about different financial relief programs that the government offered. The first one, I think this is one that a lot of people did end up applying for, which is the mortgage relief program. Now, mortgage is really expensive. It can be a few $1,000s, and a lot of people are just not in the financial situation to afford that right now. So the government talked to the banks where you can apply to skip payments. And I believe you can skip up to like 4 months. I'm not really sure on this, but I will provide a link down below if you want to check it out. I think it's different with every single bank, but you still have to pay the interest even though you're skipping payments, but you don't have to pay like the actual payment. You can skip it. The second financial relief program is a rent relief program. Now this is only for small and medium business owners, which I think it's fair just because business is hard, even though there's a lot of stores that's still open because they're considered essential business. Traffic is not what it used to be. So being able to remove a huge chunk of their expense will definitely help local businesses. The third financial relief program is called employee insurance, which is what we call EI. This is not something new. It had always been here. It's basically an application form you can fill out if you lost your job and you have been working for at least 700 hours in the past 52 weeks. I believe if your application is approved, you get bi-weekly payments of around 55% of what your original paycheck, which is great. However, the catch is that you have to have worked 700 hours, and a lot of full-time students can't work 700 hours. So what do? That brings us to my fourth financial relief program, which is so far the best financial relief program. If you're Canadian, you know what I'm talking about. It's the CERB, also known as the Canadian Emergency Response Benefit. This is a program solely implemented in response to COVID-19. So in order for you to be eligible for it, you only have to fulfill 3 requirements. You have to be the age of 15 and over, which is the legal age to work in Canada. You have to have made $5,000 of income in the past 52 weeks, which is totally doable if you're a part-time worker. And you have to have lost your job due to COVID-19, which is basically 90% of the population right now. If you have fulfilled these 3 requirements, you will receive $2,000 monthly in one payment up to 4 months. Directly deposit, well, only if you fill out all your bank information, which I highly recommend, because if you fill out your direct deposit information, the money will arrive in your account within 3 business days instead of 10 business days through mail in a check. If you have these 3 requirements, you have to apply for it now. Right now, we're currently in the second payment of CERB. I just applied this morning. So if your birthday is from January to March, you can apply on Mondays. April, May, June, Tuesdays, July, August, September, Wednesdays, October, November, December, Thursdays, and then if you miss your day, you can apply on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But we're already on the second payment. So if you missed the first payment, please apply now. Get your cash and save it, spend it, whatever you want. At least you're not in a financial stress anymore. Okay, that's all I have for today. Let's go and get some bread. I'm hungry. Just threw on a jacket and my EFT bag, so let's go. Oh my god, it's kind of cold outside. I checked the weather forecast before I chose my outfit. It said 4 degrees, but like, it feels like 1 degree. Oh god. I'll meet you guys there. Just bread. No, I have bag. Yeah. Can I do tap? Tap. I literally just bought a loaf of bread, avoid all temptations, and walked right out. Just got home. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!